Yes, 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 and yes. Okay, there we go. I can hear myself now. Live on your radio, man. It's WLVS, Mixtape, blogpartyradio.com, courtesy of ListenVisionLive.com. We'd like to thank y'all for tuning in, man, to this very glorious Friday. Worldwide, man, I know half of y'all are not in the city. I know what's going on in the city right now. We're broadcasting from the heart of DC right here. It's a homecoming weekend for HU. It's HU's homecoming, so the streets are on lock, man. There's a lot of parties going on. There's a lot of celebrities in town. There's a lot of things happening. So, yeah, man, before we start the interview real quick and introduce you to who I got over here sitting to my left right here. Yeah, let me start off by saying good morning to Beijing. Thank you for tuning in. Shout out to everybody else who's tuned in. Silver Spring, Maryland. We got upstate New York, the whole upstate New York tuned in. Redmond, Washington. We got Mountain View, California. I told you I was going to be on the right way. What the hell? Hold on, man. Hold on.
Gravity.
Yeah, you feel me? I ain't know what the hell was. That's how we do it in the studios right there, man. So yeah, big shout out to everybody that's tuned in. Also, make sure you catch up my fam tomorrow. Lucky 7, GMG Music Group, Coke Boys South. They'll be doing anything at the historic Howard Theater. Make sure you go check them out. I believe it's from 12 to 7 p.m. So yeah, that's one event going on. I'll let you know about some more in a second. Okay? Just hold on a minute. We'll get y'all. They're like, damn. All right. Anywho, I'm sitting in the building with my man from, what is it, BFF, I want to say? Is that
BBF, man.
BBF, okay.
BBF all day, Beats, Bars, and Faith.
Okay, Beats, Bars, and Faith. Get that right.
Beats, Bars, and Faith.
Beats, Bars, and Faith.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get that right before we start everything. So, K, quick, man, how's it feeling, brother?
Man, really, truly blessed, man. No complaints, man. Happy to be alive. Happy, love life.
Yeah.
Nothing
Yeah. We got K Quick in the building, and if they're not familiar with who K Quick is and artist, go ahead and introduce yourself worldwide and let them know what part of the DMV you rap.
You already know I'm repping Prince George's County, Maryland all day, man. PG County, Braves.
Okay.
Born in DC, raised in PG all time.
Alright.
You know what it is.
And your type of style of music, man. Why I caught you at a show one day at Flavor. Let me tell you, brother, you did your thing. You ripped the stage.
Thank you.
I also seen you on the radio a few weeks ago on my man Fat Show.
Yeah, shout out to Wild Hunters.
Yeah.
Shout out to Wild Hunters Radio.
And when we freestyle, like, you really had me stumped, dog. Like, the way, dog, like, anywho, but your style, man, is really on point, man. You kind of remind me of Bone just a little bit.
Those are actually my heroes when it comes to hip hop.
Okay.
I get influence from everybody, not even just hip hop, because it's like with my style of music, I don't have a sound.
Right.
It goes with what I'm feeling, because on my album Villain in the White Mask that's available on iTunes and all online stores, I have 8 different genres of music. You'll find reggae. You find reggae on there. You find rock on there. You'll find there's a song on there where I'm singing the whole track. I can sing too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can sing too. So I mean, I have no sound. Like the thing is, I'm a rapper. I'm an MC.
No, you're not a rapper. You're an artist. Get that right. There we go. You're an artist.
I'm a rapper. I'm an MC. But the thing is, what I was going with is you can't put me in that box.
Right.
You can't box me in because like you just said, I'm an artist of music.
Right.
I was a fan of music, which motivated me to be an artist of music, not just one genre. So they ask me what I am. I can't say I'm a rapper. I can't say I'm a singer. I say I'm an artist.
Yeah.
Just an artist, man.
You hear that? And this brother is real talented. Trust me when I tell you, he's very, very talented. Who else in the DMV are you rocking with as a whole?
Oh man, as a whole, man. First of all, I always gotta put the team out there first. The most talented people in the DMV you will find, in my eyes, in BBF. I mean, I'm talking about my man TMG, Baby Girl B, Shelly, MC Rest, Rhyme Wizard, HBM, No Boys. Come on, Shamika Brown, my little homie D Money, he's 12 years old. Young spitter who's very, very talented, 12 years old. And I mean, there's so much talent. And outside of BBF, there's of course you gotta
stop being so damn
outside of BBF, no. I'm saying, yeah, we got talented people all over the DMV. Outside of BBF, first and foremost, I gotta shout out my big homie White Mike. Definitely White Mike. He showed the brother a lot of love. He's a friend to the team, and shout out to Omerta Gang as well. Shout out and by the way, you can get his mixtape on Composition Thoughts. I'm actually on his single Gotta Get It, and fire single. The video for that is actually on YouTube, so search that. Look out for my man White Mike, and also my big sister Grind. Rizzy, shout out to Grind. Always, she's on one of my tracks that I brought with me. She's on one of those tracks, and that's probably one of my favorite songs on the album. So shout out to them. Just basically, there's plenty more. I know I'm missing.
It's all right.
Shane Martin, what's up?
Yeah, and I'm very familiar with yourself, and I'm very familiar with your man White Mike. Make sure you hit up on Twitter at Spoken Word 10.
Definitely.
I gotta actually get me hit to some of your other people in your camp, but we definitely get me hit to them. So you got the album out. We're gonna talk about that very, very soon. But how about we go into some tracks from you real quick?
Yeah, actually that joint that you hear playing in the background, that was the first single off the album. It's called Rain. And the Rain, that's R-E-E-N, is actually an acronym that I created, which stands for Render Every Enemy Non-Existent.
Hold up, say that one more time. I don't think they caught that. Say that.
Render Every Enemy Non-Existent.
I like that.
The thing is, about the song, I was going through my issues with certain people and with me. And it's something that I've done ever since I was little. Because I was depressed when I was coming up. But that's a whole different story. And then you'll hear a lot of, if you buy the album, it's more like an audio book than an album. Basically, that whole album is my dark side. Because Villain in the White Mask, it's not a persona, it's not even an alter ego, it's literally a part of me. Because that white mask represents my struggle, my pain, and my sadness. And this song is basically me getting a lot off of my chest.
Okay.
I was feeling at the same time. So Render Every Enemy Non-Existent. The video for that is on YouTube as well. So Rain.
So I guess that would explain this picture right here.
Yeah, that's actually that's actually the villain in the white mask in the picture right there is also my man that's Mr. TMG and his symbol of pain. He goes his is called the Joker.
Okay.
He actually has a tat of it on his arm. That's a part of him too. And that was actually a picture taken on the set of the second single, Tales from the Backwoods, which is more of a short film than a music video. That's on YouTube as well. So that's probably my favorite piece of work that I've ever done, Tales from the Backwoods. So far, anyway. So definitely. So yeah, that's the second single. So definitely, it's all. So and the thing is, with Tales from the Backwoods, you don't see nobody around. I can guarantee you're gonna be locked in within the first 10 seconds, and you'll be like, damn. Because I get the same reaction every time. Like, dang, nobody does stuff. Who thinks of this stuff?
Right. Outside, like you said earlier, thinking outside the box. I definitely got to check that out.
I don't have a box.
Okay. So since we're talking about Rain, how about we go into the track right here? This is Rain, make it rain on them. Right here, WLVS.
Not that kind.
I know, right? WLVS, Mixtape, blogpartyradio.com. Rain, K Quick in the
Baby
building.
out, baby out.
PartyRadio.com, listen, visit live, WLVS. You see the BET Cypher right there, man. I don't know if you call it the BET Awards, but that's one of the Cyphers featuring David Banner.
It was actually very dope this year.
Did you think so?
Yeah, I mean, because like for one, if you thought the Hip Hop Awards didn't show love to the underground from other times, it definitely did this year because it shined the light on the battle rappers, man.
Yeah, and
it shined the light. I mean, the best verse of the night was Murder Mook.
Okay.
The last Cypher, which was a live Cypher, he shredded it. He shredded Murder. To me, Murder Mook had the best verse of the night, man. And I appreciate that too, especially because I'm a fan of battle rap. I come from it.
Okay.
I battle rapped ever since I was 11. By the time I was 13, I was battle rapping dudes in high school.
Chewing them up and spitting them out.
Killing them. I've actually never been beat.
Oh.
So.
Okay.
I'm
Mic check.
I'm just saying. I've had good. I actually had some on. I had like 4 battles on YouTube.
Okay.
So if you want to just type in K versus, and I'm in there. I've had good battles. I've had very, very good battles recently. Close battles, but.
I'm trying to get you on that mic check soon.
But like I do it for fun. Like the main reason I did it, like especially like from 11 all the way through 19, I battled anybody anywhere because at that time that was the only way I could get myself out there as an artist.
Right.
And while I was doing that, that's how I got good at freestyling. That's how I sharpened my tools as an MC. You feel me? That was my practice.
Okay.
I love, and plus, I love the competition. I love that spirit. You feel me? It's nothing like being in the pit, but at the same time, when the situation came, when I was like 18 and 19, I'd still battle, but when the opportunity came for me to do what I really wanted to do, what I really love to do, which is my music, I stepped away from it. I'll still battle. I'll still battle, like, because I still love doing it, and it's very, very fun. That's what we look at as fun. It's a sport, and it's a part of hip hop culture.
Right.
That's why we love doing it.
Leave the attitudes alone.
Exactly.
Leave all that alone. It's supposed to be for sport, like you
said. And if you're too sensitive, you shouldn't be battling.
Exactly.
So, but at the end of the day, when it comes to my music, battling will take a back burner. Because my music comes first.
Okay.
When you cut me open, I believe music.
Yeah. So speaking of music, man, let me ask you this next question. What's the whole concept behind BBF? The beat, you go ahead and let them know.
I mean, that whole concept came up early 2013. If you go on my YouTube page, subscribe to KQuick86 on YouTube, KQUICK.
Right after the interview.
86.
Not now.
Yeah, yeah, not now. But like, there's a documentary me and TMG did. The people who started Beast Wars of Fame. Me, TMG, MC Rest, HBM, Rhyme Wizard.
Okay.
We went out to Georgia, summer of 2013, to open up a very, 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 very popular underground artist, Twisted Insane. You feel me? And we went down there, very, very big show, very packed show, and all 5 of us killed it. You feel me? Together. And like really, cause like when me and MC Rest was talking on the phone, we was like, yo, we already knew that we all was brought together for a reason.
Right.
We all were brought together for a reason, and we just needed to solidify it. Like what we didn't want to build just a label. We wanted to build an organization that glorified all positive art.
And yeah, that's what I was about to say with the meaning at that.
All positive art. So we was just saying, like, what do we call it though? Like we was just putting out things, and I was like, beats, bars. He's like, hold on, I like that. We got beats, we got bars. What is it like? And I said, babe, at the end of the day, you can't get through your first breath on that first day you take unless you have that. That's what you wake up with, and that's what you go to sleep with.
You ain't never lied.
That's what, I mean, so beats, bars, and faith. And when you just use the acronym BBF, it can mean anything that makes you up. It could be the beauty for our beloved Father, for all you know. So basically, we went down there, and we just came together. Like, so that's really how it's all about. It just, the whole team came up through the love and accomplishing for same goals and our higher faith. That's how BBF came to part.
Okay.
And if you watch that documentary, you'll see it. Like at the end of the day, at the end of that video, if you do watch the whole thing, the first thing you'll see, and it's called BBF Journey to Enlightenment if you search it. If you, at the end of that video, you'll realize, wow, that's fair.
Yeah.
So that's what you walk away with.
A positive brother, man, I might add with that one. Speaking of positive and speaking of faith and all that other good stuff, where do you see K-Quick as an artist this time next year?
Shooting right for the top. Anything that's in his will.
Okay.
I'm just walking the path that I've been put on.
Okay.
I can't see what's in the future, but I just know where I'm walking right now, I'm going in the right direction.
And you definitely got fans behind you, man. Hey, we was just playing the joint, man. Actually, a couple people when the ad was going crazy, man. They was out there, yeah, I like that joint, man. Who is this guy like this? So, yeah, man, it's off that right there.
Blessings, man, blessings. I mean, it humbles me when no matter how much or how known I get, it humbles me every time, like, cause I'm doing what I love to do, and the fact that other people, cause that's what I want to do it for, cause I know the stuff that I've been through and what I write about, nobody else talks about it. Nobody else talks about it. And like I told Fast 100 this on his show, and I will say it again. Like another show that I got pulled to do is when I went to Nashville, and I did a show at the Bridgestone Arena in front of 5,000 people, and they had us staying in the Gaylord Hotel, biggest hotel I've ever been in. It was like Disneyland. But anyways, everybody was noticing me, running up to me, shaking my hand, wanting to take pictures and whatnot. And this elderly white dude came up to me. Looked like he was in his late 60s, early 70s, right hand to God. My mother was right there. She was with me. And he shook my hand and said he never appreciated rap until he saw me with the company.
That's dope.
I damn near.
Hashtag that's dope.
I broke out. I almost wanted to cry a little bit. But, I mean, it hits me when I think about it. That's something that I will always carry with me. But all I can say is I'm here because of God. I didn't have to be here. I shouldn't have to be doing what I'm doing, but I'm here for a purpose. I realize the purpose.
That's a heartfelt moment. It's definitely, man. Wahid, how many? We got some more tracks?
Yeah, I mean, matter of fact, one of the tracks that that I did that y'all have. Remember, because you know the story I told you about when we went down to Georgia, right?
Right.
One of the songs is called Solitary Confinement, and it has me, TMG, and MC Rex. TMG got the first verse. MC Rex got the last verse. I got the second verse in the hook. Now we did that song the night before we had to do that show, right? The night before we had to do that show, and it was around 12. It was like 11 o'clock at night, dang near midnight. You know what I mean? So we recorded the song, but didn't touch it, didn't mix it, nothing. I don't even think TNG laid his ad. I don't even think I had laid my ad libs yet. So it's around it's around 4 in the morning, and we just randomly decided, hey, we should open up with that song at the show. So we literally got 2 hours of sleep. We got up, had to finish the song. We mixed it as fast as we could. Like we made sure it was right though. We did it in time, so it was right. We wasn't going to perform like nothing crappy and that. So it was an hour drive from my boy Rest's house to Atlanta where the show was, right? So that whole hour in running, we was while a man Rhyme Wizard was driving. No. MC Rest's wife was driving. Lydia, shout out to Lydia. God bless you. She was driving. TMG, and Rest was literally sitting with our headphones in trying to get our lines down. So we didn't mess it up. But even though it was all last minute, that was the show. When we got there and we opened up the show, that was the first song we opened up with, and the crowd went ballistic for it. Yeah. They loved that song. So that's the story behind that song right there, Solitary Confinement. And that's on the album too. So. We
got that joint right there, Wahid. Yes.
Yeah.
So how about we play that right here, WLVS, Solitary Confinement. Okay, quick in the building.
Yeah.
Okay. Radio to live, where I told y'all,
everything
happens and we do not stop it.
Yeah.
You see it right there, man. We played y'all another joint for the BET Hip Hop Awards, the 2014 Cypher with man Kevin Gates, OT, Genesis, G-Eazy, Loaded Lux. I believe my man Logic from B-More was in that joint too. My man Logic another DMV heavy hitter.
Shout out.
Oh, wow. So, yeah, sitting here with K Quick in the building, man.
Yeah.
I like that. BBF is in the building.
BBF all day, man.
So other than that, man, you got any events coming up, man?
I mean, yeah, man. Right now I'm working on basically branding the organization right now. We tapping into different marketing ideas. I'm always working on new music. I'm still promoting the album Villain in the White Mask that's out right now on iTunes and so on and so forth. Got some new videos for some new singles coming as well. I'm working on another project that's probably coming out third quarter next year maybe. But in the meantime, in between time, between now and that gap, I'm also taking time to kind of, mainly me and TMG both is kind of, more so me, I'm kind of playing behind the scenes a little bit just to get the other, team members out there, because shout out to Shelly, she's actually in the studio right now working on her first single right now, working on her project. Baby Girl B has a project coming out. She has a single that's on SoundCloud right now. It's on my SoundCloud, search K Quick or Mr. TMG on SoundCloud. She has a single called Voicemail, check that out, that giant's fire. MC Rest has an album called Bible that's coming out either late this year or early next year. And there's also a group album coming out with the Dope Boys and Shamika Brown, another beautiful singer on the team. She's working on a mixtape as well. And TMG has a few singles on his SoundCloud as well. So basically, what I want to do is I'm trying to as well get, now that me and MC Rest and TMG kind of set the platform, it's time to kick the door open. Kick the door open and get everybody so we can all walk on the same level.
Right.
We can all walk on the same level. We walk together. So if I go somewhere, everybody coming with.
It ain't about you, it's about the whole team.
It's not about. That's one thing about running a successful organization. You gotta be selfless.
Right.
You gotta be selfish. Selfless. Like I said.
You said it right.
Yeah, selfless. And basically, it's all about bringing each other up. When I make a move, it doesn't just benefit me. It benefits everybody who I represent.
Okay.
And like right now, I'm on this radio, and all I've been talking about is BBF.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. So basically, shout out to the whole team putting in work, and I'm trying to get HBM Haunted by, which stands for Haunted by the Melodies, who's actually from that's MC Rest brother. And Rhyme Wizard is MC Red, Rhyme Wizard, and HBM all brothers. And zero too. Yeah. And HBM, if you could look up Haunted by the Melodies on Reverb Nation, he was actually #1 in Virginia for a very long time. I think he still is. For real. So that shows like all the work we've been putting in and so on and so forth. So it's just nothing but good things come from all this whole team. So the rest of 2014, 2015 and on, you are going to see nothing but a lot of beats, bars, and faith everywhere.
And we definitely will keep you tuned into him as well. So Mixtape Block Party Radio, make sure y'all just stay in tune. We got one more track we're going to play for you before we let you go. So if they haven't got acclimated to you now worldwide, you are now acclimated to who K Quick is as an artist. All right, you hear me?
Oh yeah, and this next track, it's called Night Rider, and the thing behind this track, the first verse is, matter of fact, I'm gonna just tell you the story first. The whole concept of it, because the thing is, when I get creative, I'm a storyteller. Okay. I love telling stories.
Supposed to be.
Exactly. And the thing is, the song itself is about, it's all a metaphor, but it's basically like I'm in a race, and I gotta reach all these checkpoints to get through that final stretch and cross that line. And basically, that race is life. You feel me? And that checkpoint represents hurdles you gotta go through, those struggles you gotta hit. You feel me? Sometimes when you hit a wrong thing, you may swerve off the road. True. But you still gotta finish that race. True. You feel me? But that's what the song is about. But like what I wanna say is the first verse of the song has to be probably the most difficult verse I ever tried to spit, because it was definitely, I challenged myself, because as you can see, I am a tongue twister, and I actually got tongue-tied because, like, I've been told I have a very broad vocabulary, and I was using a whole lot of big words, and I had to say it at a very, very fast pace, and it took some time to master that. So it's like, what did I say? You're gonna hear in the song, like, what's the first verse? I say, I'm ambiguous. I'm gonna say it slow first. I say, I'm ambiguous enough to know the dissonance of a regiment that told me slaying niggas was diligent for the purpose to what it deserved. It wasn't a militant. You're not a veteran. You a peasant within my kingdom. I give them a lesson, then I address it with you. We headed to cast it upon a sphere on a pedestal. You feel me?
And that was slow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But when in the song, I'm like, until you hear it in the song, I'm like, I'm ambiguous another conductor. This is a regiment that told me slaying niggas was diligent. I mean, come on.
I like it.
I mean, Night Rider. Let's get it.
All right. But stick around, don't go nowhere, man. We also got Devour Entertainment. Big shout out to Hands Dirty in the building as well. So we're gonna play this track right here. We're gonna get into the ciphers and all that other good shit. So keep tuned in. Mixtape BlogPartyRadio.com. Yeah.
Don't forget to like K Quick on Facebook. Don't forget to like Beats, Bars, and Fake on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at The Real K Quick. And don't forget, make sure you subscribe to K Quick 86 on YouTube. Subscribe to Beats, Bars, and Fake on YouTube. Villain in the White Mask album available everywhere online. Get that? I repeat, Villain in the White Mask available everywhere online. Beats, Bars, and Fake all day. God bless all day.
Alright. Birthday weekend shout outs. Look, shout out to everybody I love. Keep praying for me. I'ma pray for y'all. Let's go.
Man, shout out to everybody who out here listening, to everybody who watching. You know what I'm saying? My whole Hands Dirty Entertainment family. Shout out to, you know what I'm saying, Lazy Eye, everybody out there. DJ Freaky Cat. My boy Fats 100. Everybody keep it 100.
Fats.
Shout out.
Touchdown, nigga, vision has begun. Look at the inferior humans, look at them run. Scattering around us, we're beaming them up onto a panel within the channel with a ship with a shadow with the ultraviolet rays of the vaporizer.